Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take, my Team Canada take, all in one take, for Monday night, February the 10th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Welcome, everyone. Sorry, there was no chance to join the Double D crew, the Double Duty crew tonight, as there was no Canucks After Dark. Mentioned that last week, mentioned that last night, that Parker is out of town. So our next show will be next week on the 17th. And then the following week, our next show, the show will be on Tuesday night, the 25th. Because I will be coming back from Vegas. Yes, I bought my tickets today for Vancouver Canucks versus the Vegas Golden Knights on Saturday night, February the 22nd in Vegas. But we'll have plenty of time to preview that game next week. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, as legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thank you for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, in the Lower Mainland, in the province, country, continent, around the world. Thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here with me, know how much I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. Welcome back, Gary M. I don't take you for granted. Said, I'm so glad to be back. It's been, yeah, we've missed you. I've noticed that you haven't been around, but I'm glad that you are here tonight. It's been forever since you've had time. Well, I'm glad you have time tonight. So, really appreciate all you guys being here. As we get going, I want to, did I already do my intro? I just completely had a blank. Yeah, I did. I thank the moderators, right? The legends, the members, and no matter where you watch. Yeah, I said all that already. But what I haven't said already, sorry, I just got so excited to welcome Gary back that I forgot where I was. This is how you can get involved tonight. You can subscribe to the channel so you get active in the chat section, get notified of my videos. You can like the video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that the last time the Canucks played, they won. Like the fact that we can say for 2 weeks now that the Canucks have won 6 of their last 8, the hottest team since January the 25th, not since January 21st, that would be the Winnipeg Jets, but since January 25th, hottest team in the league. 3 points clear of Calgary for the final playoff spot, and like the fact that we are building the best Canucks community here on YouTube. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And remember, yesterday, because we hit 4 of the high 5, if we do all 5 of getting a donation, getting a new membership, someone upgrading their membership, someone gifting a membership, and someone using their monthly membership message, that will trigger a giveaway that I will do later this week. Okay, so last night was definitely Canucks heavy, talking about their recent surge in their play and the fact that Quinn Hughes withdrew from the Four Nations tourney, Four Nations face-off, and we were all talking about how it shows a lot of character, shows a lot of integrity, shows a lot of intelligence, shows a lot of maturity. Basically, we're just happy that he's not going to get hurt any further and have 2 weeks to skate on his own time, rest, rehab, heal, all those things. So we will have him. So we have him at his best for later, for a playoff push, which is the most important thing. So that was last night's show, went really well. And then I figured with the Four Nations starting on Wednesday, Lucas, I would respectfully ask you, just to focus on yourself and talk about positivity as opposed to talking about other people's negativity. Lucas, I'm actually going to delete that comment because we don't need any of that here. Let's just be positive and let's just allow people to express their opinion, and we don't call other people out. Okay. I think that's fair, no matter what status anyone is or whatever. It just makes sense to because I want to have a very positive message, not very positive stream in here, and I want maturity in the chat. Okay, that's enough about that. So I have tonight and I have tomorrow night to talk about Four Nations. And I thought tonight would be a good chance to do the previews because they released all the lines today. All 4 teams practice in Montreal. And then tomorrow we can kind of fine tune it. As the teams fine tune tomorrow with more practices, we can talk about that. But I think especially tonight, because I'm not restricted by having to leave early for church or anything like that, we can do a full preview of all 4 teams. And I'll get to all of you and your feedback later. Lucas said, you're joking. Okay, that's good. Then we're fine. Then I take that back. Keep joking then. That is awesome. Coach Rob gets the donation train out of the station. Let's give Coach Rob some love in the chat. Coach Rob gifts a membership, a franchise membership, and it goes to Daniel Hammond. That's a familiar name. Welcome back, Daniel, to franchise membership. And thank you, Coach Rob, for the franchise, for the gift. It's a $5 donation that serves as 1 month of franchise membership to Daniel. So welcome, Daniel, and thank you, Coach Rob, for the donation. And we appreciate you. And let's give Coach Rob some love in the chat. Welcome back, Daniel. And SGA, I'll say this one more time, lovingly. Do not ask me about coming on your stream during a live stream. Please email me, canuckclay@gmail.com. Again, that's canuckclay@gmail.com. Thank you, SGA. Appreciate it. And probably, I'll answer you now, though. Probably not, because I don't do shows on Friday and Saturday, although it's not my own show. So email me. That's why we can have those discussions on the other side. I'm going to be honest with you. I was sort of excited about the Four Nations. I was really excited when they announced the format. I was really excited when they named 4 Canucks players, Hughes, Miller at the time, Pettersson, Lankinen, and Rick Tocchet as an assistant coach. I was really excited about it a few months ago. Then when JT Miller got traded, my excitement dipped just a bit, not a lot, just a bit. And then when they announced that Quinn Hughes was not going to play, and that was only yesterday, even though we kind of anticipated it for the last 2 weeks, then I admit my excitement level dropped a little bit, because it was half. No need to apologize, SGA. Half of the Canucks players were either not playing or not Canucks anymore, because JT Miller isn't Vancouver Canuck anymore, and Quinn Hughes isn't playing. Okay, so that's why 2 of the 4 either aren't Canucks or aren't playing in the tournament anymore. You still have Pettersson, you still have Lankinen, who might not even start. It's gonna be Saros likely, and then you have Rick Tocchet still coaching. But as I saw the line combinations come out, as I saw footage of Crosby, McDavid, and McKinnon, and then the United States team, even JT Miller talking with Austin Matthews, as I saw what line P is going to play on, I started to get excited again. I really did. So it's not like my enthusiasm ever completely dropped off the side of the earth, but I admit it dipped a little bit, and then it's now back on its way up because I see all the line combos and everything like that. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates. CCC Four Nations post game coming for the next 2 weeks. LOL. Anyway, nice break while big things are coming up shortly. Like, become a member, sub, and more. Going to be nice to slow down for a bit. Thank you, Lucas, for the $10 donation. Let's give legendary Lucas Gates some love in the chat. I'm glad that things are going to slow down for you. Yeah, for me, I think I'll still do my shows every night except for Friday, Saturday. So I'll keep my regular schedule, and I will focus on Four Nations. You know, some nights will be game nights, other nights will be previews, and one night will be a member stream, even though it's not a game night. So we'll make it work. I think we'll make it work over the next 2 weeks. So let's give Lucas some love in the chat. Thank you, Lucas, for the donation, the generous donation, as always. So let me know before I get going. Right now, you can vote in the poll question. You know who's going to win: Canada, Finland, Sweden, and the U.S. But before I preview each roster, and I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions in the chat as we go. So I'm gonna each time we go, I'm gonna ask you to give a score out of 10 for each element of each team as we go, and then a final score out of 10. And you'll see what I mean. It'll go by pretty quick because I want to try and get through all 4 teams in the next 20 minutes, spending no more than 5 minutes per team. But right now, before I start, hey Selena, yes, you are up, and yes, Swerve and Irvin, we have 2 of the high five. Really quickly, and even Selena, you don't have to answer this though. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1, I don't care at all. 10, oh man, I care so much. Where are you? Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? How much do you care? How excited are you for the 4 nations face-off? $5 donation from Lucas Gates. Get ready, Clay. I'm working on a poster board for the game we're going to. Utah fans, better get ready to get trolled. Hecka trolled. I cannot wait. I will gladly help you. I'll hold it up as long as you're not blocking my view and I'm not blocking your view. That is awesome, Lucas. Let's give Lucas some love in the chat. We got a 4 from Daniel. We got a 7 from Fangirl. We got a 1 from Selena. That does not surprise me. SGA comes in with a 10. We got a very 9 from Gary. Adrian with a 6. I will not say this guy's name because I don't even know what that means. I think it's bad though. 6. Sarah 7. Elfrin 4. EP40 joke. Kempe was put on his line in case I did not see that, Zal. That is awesome. 8 for Shannon. 8 for Coach Rob. 9 for Kyle. 10 for Carol. Irvin with a 6. Knuckleback 7. SGA, I've seen your 10 like 3 times, so that doesn't count as 30. That counts as 10. Selena, okay, but if you change, that's fine. Minus 21 now. That's pretty impressive. 5, 9, 2. 5 out of 10 for Simon. 4, likes the jerseys. And Hugh says 8. And Fillmore, a big fat 0. Okay. Let's talk about these 4 teams right now. And I'm going to start with our home team. Although my StreamYard is acting up, it's not letting me share a screen, which would be a horrible. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's lagging. That's what's happening. So let's go. And let's talk about these teams. Here's Canada. McDavid between Marner and Reinhart, and Crosby with his McDavid, Marner, and Reinhart. That's a very fast line, and they can all score. Crosby, McKinnon, Stone. McKinnon's very fast, but I'd say those are more possession guys. Then Point, Jarvis, and Marchand. You got some agitation, you got some speed, some skill, and then a nice, like quickly out of 10, forwards, out of 10, put it in. I would love to know. No problem, Justin. No problem. Take care. Oh, am I lagging? Is it still lagging, or am I a bit better now? Out of 10. Yeah, I think my whole system seems to be lagging. Every time I press something, it takes a while to show up, which isn't going to be great for later, but we'll make it work. Is it still choppy, you guys? What can I do? There's nothing else running in the background. Okay, give me a sec, guys. I'm going to try and check something real quick. I'm going to take this off the screen so you don't see what I'm trying to fix. And I don't know why it is so lagging, though. I've turned it. Oh yeah, I've turned everything else off. What if I turn off my camera and start it again? Okay, that seems to be better. Look, I look like I'm Stevie Wonder. I just called to say I love you. Still lagging? Still chopping? Okay, let's just go with this. And if could restart the stream. Could restart the stream or load. Yeah, I don't know if I. Okay, let's just try this. Sorry, guys. Generally, I've been good since I've switched to TELUS. Yeah, I'm gonna blame StreamYard. I always blame StreamYard. I know it was bad when I started off the screen sharing. So let's go. So out of 10, you guys gave the forwards. Oh yeah, I can hear it chopping a little bit. All right, we got 8. We got 10. We got 10. We got 10. Okay, I think it's a little better now. I can tell because when I click on things, it's better. 10. We're talking about the strength of forwards. Tommy gives a 10. Carol gives a 10. Okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah, actually, I can tell my StreamYard is lagging because it's not even loading up new comments, which stinks. This page isn't responding. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do. I got a big, the stream is lagging, so it sounds like it's better. Yeah, I'm always blaming StreamYard. All right, deep pairing. You got Josh Morrissey and Colton Pareko. And then you have Shea Theodore with Drew Doughty, who actually has to wear 89 because Makar has 8, replacing Alex Pietrangelo. What would you give this defense, Canada defense, just to save myself? I might not highlight every single comment, but I'll just kind of read it out there. So what would you give this defense out of 10? Okay, it gets bad when I share my browser. I wonder if I should share. Maybe next time I will share out of a different tab. But Canada's defense, I got 10 from Gary, 8 from Alfred, 9 from ECB, 9 from Fangirl, 7 from SGA, 8 from Hugh, 8 from Kyle, 8 from EJ. Okay, now this is the scary part, you guys. Okay, look at this first power play. We don't have to rank this first power play unit. It is Reinhart, McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon, and Makar. Look at that. That's crazy. McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon, all on one line with Makar and Reinhart. And then, oh, you don't like that one? No problem. We got Morrissey and Theodore, Marner, Point, and Stone as their second power play unit. You know what I'm going to do then? I'm actually going to try sharing a different screen, and maybe that's going to be better. I won't use Chrome. A couple of you guys said that Chrome is quite laggy, but I'm going to try and do all this on a different. So give me a couple seconds. Why don't you make sure you go vote on the poll now as to which team. I know I've only shown you Canada's lineup, and we haven't gone through the goaltenders yet. But why don't you go through? This might be a lot better, actually. I'm going to use Edge for my sharing, and we'll see if it's any better. Where's line combos? Here we go. Yeah, so I'm not lagging apparently when I don't share my screen. So let's see what happens here. And then I will make sure that hopefully we are good for the rest of the show. Thanks, you guys. Just give me a second. Just looking for x.com dates off. Once we get going, it'll be all smooth and it'll be way better. I promise. I promise. I'm now looking for the long combinations that I had. A disaster tonight. I was all excited too. Which 4 nations? Oh, here. I get it. Oh yeah, I can see. I'm I'm glitching out. I'm chopping, so it's not even when I'm sharing my screen. That's not good, you guys. I'm not happy. I want this to be a good experience for all of you, and not a bad one. Okay, we're gonna try this. Okay, guys, I'm 10 seconds away from actually getting back to Team Canada on the screen, and then we will be able to continue with what we were doing. Okay, guys, we're going to power through, and hopefully it's better once we get to all your questions, which will be about 10 minutes from now if everything works out. All right, friends, thanks for sticking with me. Sorry for the technical errors for sure. Okay, here are the goaltenders for. It is Aiden Hill, and it is Jordan Bennington. And I believe that Sam Montembeau is the third goaltender. What do you rank the Canucks? Canucks. What do you rate Team Canada's goaltending out of 10? You know, sorry about the lag, you guys. I really apologize. Yeah, I can see it's a StreamYard thing. It is StreamYard is popping in and out, and I'm using StreamYard on Edge and not on Chrome tonight. So I'm doing everything that I usually do. So I am gonna blame StreamYard for sure. Fangirl gives it a 6. Alfred gives it a 1. Yikes. I see Sarah gives it a 5. RSA gives it 100% because it says Bennington is goated. Hugh gives it 8. Kyle gives it 6. Yes, ECB, they are Canucks actually. That's I guess the definition of a Canuck is a Canadian. EJ 2, Knuckleback 4. I agree, Gary, that Logan Thompson should have been the starter. I agree with that. Shannon 8, ECB 5. 8 if it was Logan Thompson, says Swervin Irvin. 1 says Carroll. And 3 says Daniel. 6.5 from Irwin. Okay, let's go to Team Finland. We're going in alphabetical order. So let's look at Team Finland. Okay, sorry. Give me a score for Team Canada out of 10. Give me a score for Team Canada now out of 10. Irwin's saying that my dad jokes are better than Canada's goaltending. Team Canada out of 10, you guys. Give it an overall score. Fangirl says 9. Coach Rob says 8. Hugh says 9. Knuckleback 9. EJ 7. Rinketic says 11. Viper 8.5. Jake Irvin says Far Cry from Luongo, Brodeur, and Fleury. That's for sure. ECB says 9.5 out of 10. But Rick Talk gives it up to 10. Kyle says 8.5. Dad says 8.5. Alfred says 7. Shannon says 9. Simon says 5. All right, I'm going to move on. We are going to go to Finland now. There are the forwards. So these guys are going to be pesky, and they are strong down the middle. I think the strength of Finland's team is their centers. Because look at this. Barkov, Aho, Hintz, and Lundell down the middle. That can play. They might not be the best scorers compared to the Canada-US, but they can shut down the best scorers for sure with Barkov. So you got Barkov, Teravainen, and Laine. Aho between Rantanen and Lehkonen. That's going to be pretty good. Hintz, Kakko, Granlund, and Lundell, Luostarinen, and Armia. So definitely tails off a little bit towards the bottom 6. But like I said, I do think that Finland's strength is down the middle. Yes, Knuckleback. I can't wait for RSA's Sweden rating as well. By the way, is the lagging any better since I moved to a different browser for the lines? All right, friends, rate these Finland teams, the Finland forwards out of 10. Finland forwards out of 10. EJ says 8. Elfrin says 9. You guys are saying it seems better now, which is good. Fangirl says 10. Carol says 6. And thank you for the feedback on the stream, you guys. ECB says 9. Adrian says 7. Coach Rob 8. Gary 7. You guys got to get in fast because then I got to move on. Knuckleback with a 7. Daniel with an 8. Hugh with a 7. And RSA says 9. And Shannon says 7. Okay, we go to their D. Now, Finland's D, 3 of these guys are replacements because there's been 3 injuries. So don't ask me which teams all these guys play for. There's Lindell with Mata. There's the sushi guy, Valmaki, with Jokiharu. And there's Mikola with Vakanainen. You can tell I don't say a lot of these names. Urho Vakanainen. I don't even know who he plays for. Look at that. Jokiharu and Vakanainen are replacements. That's why they don't have their jersey numbers updated. You guys, I don't know who half of these guys play for. I don't think this is that strong. Tell me what you think about... there's no Heiskanen on here. So RSA gives 2. Simon gives 3. No Heiskanen, 3, says Swervin Irvin. 6, says Coach Rob. Gary says 2. EJ 5. Shannon 6. What a name. Knuckleback. Second deep pairing is the sushi line. Why? Because Valimaki? Is it Jokiharu a sushi too? 5, 2, 4, 5, 3, 7, and 4.5. Okay. Hey, Calvin, I'm going alphabetical order. So I've done Canada. I'm doing Finland now. Let's look at Finland's goaltending. Oh, I like this. Jussi Saros, who's a starter, but all he has to do is falter a little bit. And much like the Olympics where they just waited for Brodeur to falter so they could put in Luongo, there is Kevin Lankinen. So what would you give the Finland goaltending? Finland goaltending. What would you give? We got 12 from ECB, 10 from Coach Rob, 9 from Fangirl, 10 from Shannon, a bunch of googly eyes from Adrian, 10 for Lank the Tank from EJ. So you guys may be a little biased because our boy Kevin Lankinen is there. We got, what else we got? 10 from Gary, 8 from Hugh, 8 from Carol, 7 RSA, 7 Simon. Knuckleback says 10 for Lank, 8 for the rest. Elfrin says 9. Irwin says 9. And Daniel says 8. Finally, clean break. Cindy says 9. What's your score for Team Finland overall? What is your score for Team Finland overall? Calvin says 7 forwards, 4 for the D, and 8 for the goalie. Okay. Sounds good. What's your score, you guys, for Team Finland overall? Give it to me. Gary says 6. Coach Rob, 8. Adrian says 4th place. Alfred says 8. EJ says 7. Fangirl says 6. Shannon 8. Hugh says 6.5. RSA 7. ECB 8.5. Knuckleback 6. Daniel 6. Irwin 6. Viper 6. Cindy 7. And Tommy says 8. Nice to see you, Tommy. By the way, actually, I'll save it for before I get to my mid-show sponsor read. Let's move on, my friends. Let's move on. Let's move on to Team Sweden. Here we go. The forwards. I think that they have the lines. Well, I'd say the Pettersson's line is the second line, but regardless, I mean, it doesn't matter. So we got PD between Adrian Kempe and Philip Forsberg. I kind of like that line with PD on it. He's got some, like Kempe's not like like a muscle. He's not a bruiser, but he's a good two-way player, and Forsberg can score. Zabinajad with Nylander and Raquel. That's probably their first line. Eric Sinek. I think Raquel isn't he replacing William Karlsson too? We got Eric Sinek with Raymond and Bratt and Elias Lindholm. Reunited with Elias Pettersson with Nyquist and Arvidsson. Lindholm and Nyquist not really performing well this year, but yes. So I do like, and Raquel, you can tell he's an injury replacement because he doesn't have a number on there. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Sweden's forwards? I think all teams, there's a definite difference between their top 6 and their bottom 6. So Gary says 10. Fangirl says 8. Shannon says 10. Gary says 9. Coach Rob says 8. RSA says 3. And I trust RSA's second line is overrated. Do you mean the second line with PD or the second line with Zabinajad? What do you mean? Oh, EK is the only one that works hard. Okay, I'm not sure which one you're talking about now. Josh says 8.5. Daniel says 7.5. ECB says 8. Sarah says 8. Elfrin says 8. Erwin says 8. EJ is 7. Lotto 1049. Love it, Hugh. Knuckleback says 8. Carol says 10. Jake, Irvin says 8.7. Hugh says 8. Cindy says 7. Viper says 7. Carol says 10. Oh, Erickson Eck is Eck. Of course, that would make sense. So he's saying that this line is overrated, the Brat Raymond line. Let's go to the D. Could this be the strongest decor in the tournament? Hedman with Brodin, Dahlin with Anderson, Ekholm with Carlson. You have some scoring. You have some defensive presence. You have some grit, some meanness. You have some skating. What do you guys think of this? Give this D pairing combo a ranking, a score out of 10. Gary says 19 out of 10. Fangirl says 9. Simon says 7. Hugh says 9. ECB 9. Shannon 8. Alfred 9. Daniel 7. EJ 8. Okay. I like it. I have to go a little bit faster because I took so long with the technical difficulties. RSA says overrated, not like the USD core. So he only gives it a 4. Knuckleback says 7. Josh says 9. Cindy says 8. And Calvin says 8. All right, goaltending, you guys. With no Jacob Markstrom, it is left to Philip Gustafsson and Linus Ullmark. Gustafsson and Ullmark. Let me know, out of 10, what do you think of these Swedish goalies? Gustafsson and Ullmark. Out of 10. Out of 10. Adrian says 7. Let's go with the top 10 responses. Coach Rob says 6. EJ 6. Actually, doesn't matter. Calvin 6. We got time. Alfred 7. Fangirl 8. Hammond 7. Daniel Hammond. ECB 8.5. Shannon 7. Gary 7. Cindy 6. Sarah 4. And this is always the tricky thing because I think half of you are still talking about goaltenders when I move into the overall 6, 4, 7. Okay, there we go. 8 and 7. Finally, let's go to Team Sweden overall. What would you give Sweden overall out of 10? Team Sweden overall out of 10. What do we got? Okay, there's a small lag, a small gap, so that probably means the goaltending ratings have ended. Let's go with out of 10. I think, Gary, that's a 9.5, or maybe that's for D, a goaltender. Irvin, 7. Fangirl, 9. EJ, 7. ECB, 8.75. Let's try and stick to whole numbers, please. You do what you want. Knuckleback, 8. Daniel, 6. Cindy, 6. RSA, 4. Wow. Hugh, 8. Irwin, 7. I love how he gives me like the flag and it says overall. Josh, 7.5. Shannon, 9. Alfred, 8.5. I already did the goaltenders, Rob. Gustafsson and Ullmark, I already did them. Calvin, 8. And Coach Rob, 7. Okay. And we go to Team USA that would have had Miller and Hughes, still has Miller, but no Quinn Hughes. Let's talk about Team USA. My goodness, look at their top 6. Jack Eichel with Matthew Tkachuk and Kyle Connor. That line has speed and Eichel and skill. Sniper Connor, Tkachuk, all-around player. Oh, you don't like that? How about Austin Matthews and Jack Hughes, two of the most dangerous players in the league, with Jake Gensel, the ultimate complementary player. Then a third line of JT Miller between Matthew Boldy and Brady Tkachuk. Yes, the two Tkachuk brothers not playing together. And a fourth line of Vincent Trocheck. You could put Dylan Larkin in the middle too. And Brock Nelson. Wow. Give me the forwards for the USA. Gustafsson, thank you. Calvin says 9. Natty says 8. Shannon 9. Josh 9. Coach Rob 9. Daniel Hammond 9. Fangirl 10. EJ 10. Simon 7. Adrian 9.5. Irwin says can't wait for the PD reverse hit on Miller. 10 out of 10 says Gary. 10 Knuckleback. 9 RSA. 9 Carol. 9 Alfred. 10 for ECB. 9 Hugh. 9 Cindy. 9 for Irwin. Let's move on to the D. Of course, no Quinn Hughes, but everyone just kind of slots up a bit. Jake Sanderson, Quinn Hughes replacement, not figuring to play in the top 6. So you got Slavin with Fox now, Werenski and McAvoy. That was probably the Hughes spot. And if it was Hughes, that becomes your number 1 pairing. So it was going to be Hughes and McAvoy, but now it's Werenski with McAvoy and then Noah Hannafin with Brock Faber. You have some youth with Faber. You got some puck moving with Adam Fox. One thing, this group is not big. They're the smallest decor in the tourney, but maybe that doesn't matter. Okay. Defense, Gary 10, Fangirl 9, ECB 0. 0 says ECB. I'm not sure why. Coach Rob 6, RSA 10, Daniel 5, Shannon 8, EJ 7. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Swerve and Irvin. I'm pretty sure the top line is what we have here. Alfred 7, Carol 9, Josh 8, Hugh 8, Calvin 7, Irwin 7, Simon 3, 8.5 ECB for real, Knuckleback 8, Cindy 7, Viper 8, Natty 7, and Carol 4. And goaltending. Goaltending for USA. It could have been Demko, but it's Hallbuck, Ottinger, and Swayman is the third. But they got Hallbuck and Ottinger as the ones here listed as starter and backup. Rate the USA goaltending. Viper 10, Coach Rob 7, RSA 10, EJ 10, Fangirl 10, John 10, Sarah 11, Josh 9, Alfred 8, Irwin 8, Calvin 8, Daniel 8, Hugh 9, Simon 3, Cindy 9, ECB 8, Natty 10. Okay, so a lot of 9s, 10s, and 8s. Finally, Team USA overall, you guys. Team USA overall. Team USA overall. Johnny Quick is not there. And then I'll do an announcement, a quick mid-show sponsory, and then we'll get to your question. Team USA, Gary 10, ECB 9, EJ 9, Fangirl 9, Irvin 8, Sarah 9, Charlie 9, Knuckleback 9, John 9.5, Daniel 8, Natty 8, Hugh 9, Alfred 9, Cindy 8, RSA very mature, 8.5 for Josh, Carol 8, Irwin 8.5, Coach Rob 9, Shannon 9, Viper 9. Okay. So this is what I think I'm going to do. Tomorrow, which will be the day before the first game, which is on Wednesday, Canada versus Sweden. What I'm going to do tomorrow is basically I'm going to run a pool, a Four Nations pool, but I'm not going to collect any money, but I'll give away prizes. So I will have a pool tomorrow that basically, it won't be too crazy. Like, it won't be Super Bowl prop bet crazy, but it'll simply be name the team that comes in first for X amount of points. Name the team that comes in second for X amount of points. Name the team that comes in third for X amount of points. Name team that comes in fourth for X amount of points. Okay. There'll be that. There might be a tournament MVP question. It might be a leading scorer question. It might be simply a couple prop bet type things like who wins between Canada and the US, who wins between Sweden and Finland. So I'm gonna do a pool tomorrow, and I will release it tomorrow during my stream, but it'll be open all the way until 5 p.m. Pacific when Canada takes on Sweden, and then I will cut it off. So yes, I will do a Four Nations pool. I will release it tomorrow during my stream. It'll be very, very simple to join. I'll just do it over Google Forms. So it'll be almost foolproof. No entry fee. And I will give away prizes for all of it. I think, as Erwin said, the Four Nations face-off pool might make it a little bit more interesting. So I will release that tomorrow night. So join me on my stream tomorrow night at 11 p.m. if you want the first crack, the first crack at the link or whatever it may be. And then I'll release the link, publicize the link throughout Wednesday, but you can be the first to get the link tomorrow night if you join and ECB. Remember that I'm not going to highlight your comment because I don't want your name to show on my screen, but yes, you can, maybe it's Canada, Finland, Sweden, USA. One thing I will say is you can't hedge your bets. You can't put Canada for who come in first, second, third, or fourth. You have to use each country only once. And I think you guys know what I mean. All right. So for the sake of Tyler, I just reviewed all 4 teams in complete depth. So go ahead and watch that back, Tyler, when you can. And I love getting you guys feedback. Sorry for the technical delays, but difficulties, but I think we got out of it okay. And I can spend the last 20 minutes taking your questions and comments and predictions. But maybe you don't want to give away all your predictions because you want to win my pool tomorrow. Let's do my mid-show sponsor read, and let's start by thanking my primary sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the Greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. You can check him out at coachpatrickliu.com/clay and receive a free 5-day workout when you do so. Thanks to Gassy Jet Art, maker of that fine artwork. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Also, thanks to everyone who has purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. It's another way to support me on this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, you can always subscribe. You can like the video. You can leave a donation like legendary Lucas Gates has done. You can gift a membership like Coach Rob has done. You can buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. Then don't forget shows this week. They are tomorrow night, which I'll launch my Four Nations pool. Free to enter. I will emphasize free to enter. Then Wednesday night is a regular live stream and we will recap the Canada-Sweden game. And then it's a members live stream on Thursday. So make sure you join me tomorrow night at 11 p.m. You'll get first dibs, first crack at my Four Nations face-off pool. All right. Oh, no. Yeah. I think that's everything. So let's get to your questions, your comments for the last 15 minutes of the show. It can be your predictions, whatever you want it to be. Gary, Clay, do you think the Sabres would give up Thompson and Byram for Pettersson straight up? Would I do that? Tage Thompson and Bowen Byram? Yeah, I think I'd give it strong consideration for sure. Would the Sabres do it? Perhaps, if they want to change things up. Would the Canucks do it? I don't know. You hear rumors that they've pulled Pettersson off the trade market. Maybe they're... I'm still leaning towards a slight no. I think Byram's good. Is he great? I'm not sure. Thompson can be good. Oh, that's a tough one. But I just have a feeling we'd regret that one, to be honest with you. Yes, I did see the parent that attacked the 12-year-old and the 14-year-old referee. Is ridiculous. Yeah, actually, Adrian, I quickly looked at prices, but that was a couple of weeks ago. Maybe someone, Adrian, just go look it up on Ticketmaster. See, I'm sure the prices can be very expensive for like all the Canada games for sure. Canucks Conversation interviewed the Canucks e-bug from Saturday night. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Are we looking at potential Olympic Team Canada roster? I think you can say that, Fangirl, for all of the countries. It's definitely a good starting point for sure. USA not as strong without Hughes? Yes, agreed. If the Canucks were well out of the playoffs, do you think Hughes would play this tourney? No, I still think if he's not, if he can't do what Quinn Hughes does, I'm not sure if he plays because you're still risking further injury, even if it's not for this season, right? Or even if it's not for playoff chances. I don't think so. Take care, RSA. Yes, Pettersson off the trade block, ECB. So I just warning, like maybe you don't care that I don't put your tweets up or your posts up, but with that name, I won't. I'm not going to ban you from the stream. Like whatever, you can put whatever name you want, but I don't have to show it either. If a player was suspended, would apply to this tournament? No, because I don't. Oh, I don't know because it's an NHL made tournament. I don't think so. Sabres would do it because Thompson's overrated. Should Canada be worried of player development if we don't make the finals? No, because this is a one-off tourney, best on best. I think anything could happen, Adrian. But I think fans would freak out, but I wouldn't be overly worried. But you can see that Canada's not winning everything anymore, including things like the World Juniors. Hey, Harry, nice to see you. No, I will not be going to that game because I will not be going to the game because it's on a Tuesday and I have bowling. So are you presuming that Canada US is in the final? If that's your presumption, Natty, I'm taking Sweden over Finland, although Finland can play spoiler for sure. I did not see the Team USA pick with Johnny Hockey's dad. That's pretty cool. Do you think Todd will come back as a better coach? Not necessarily. I don't know how much you learn. Like, it's great to be with those coaches, those players, but I'm not sure how much more they'll translate to Canuck success, to be honest with you. I'm interested to see how PD plays outside the Canuck system. Interesting. Just seeing best on best, Harry. Like as I said at the start of this stream, I'm not sure you're here yet. I got pretty jacked up, pretty excited when I saw line combinations, when I saw footage of Team Canada. It's pretty exciting. Business side of things, what do you think the goal is of the four nations? To make money. Remember, the NHL players the NHL did not make money from the Olympics. It's all IOC stuff. So this is their way to make some money. It's got to be. Oh, I almost put score prediction for game 1. Can't say 4-2. 5-3. 5-3 Canada. Simon, I'll explain everything tomorrow. Canada is very strong with David and Crosby. I don't know who else. Well, if you were here earlier, Tyler, you would see I went through all 20 guys. No, I'm just bugging you. Yeah, every team's got a lot of players. Bedard to Celebrini, that's a good point. With a year under their belt. I think Susie and Besser will be moved at the trade deadline after the Four Nations. Perhaps Edison. Isn't it? I thought it was like $1 million a player. Does that sound right? No, there's no way that's right. Four Nations face off winning prize. It's the pride, Alfred, of saying that you're the best when Four Nations facing off. What is the prize? What do they get? What do they get? Someone tell me what they get. Does anyone know what they get? Yeah, someone tell me what the prize is for Four Nations. I don't know, actually. Nope. I would rather have Four Nations over any type of all-star game because they simply don't care about all-star games. Canada should have added a few younger players for development. No, it's not a dumb idea, Calvin, but this is probably also not the place to do it when it's such a short tourney. After Czechia and Russia, what country would reasonably competitive? I think you got to go Slovakia, right? They're always pesky. Germany, maybe. Those are the two. Definitely not Japan. I think it could be Besser, Cindy. It could be Besser. Yeah, I'm curious about JT Miller for sure. Simon, it's an individual pool. You just fill out you fill out a Google form. Niels Oman, what, to be traded or to make Team Sweden? I do not think JT will go after PD. He's just like a goof. I think he'll play him hard. I think PD already has his confidence, Harry, but I want to see more of it for sure. Prop bet on a Miller PD fight. That's a dumb bet to take, I think. Louis Eriksson retires. Yes, he did score on our own net. Do you think we're prioritized getting another top C? No, I think blue line set, Gary. I think they're going to go after a scoring forward. McDonald's coupons to the winners. I'm interested to see the Four Nations point system, how it's going to work. The 3-1. I am very interested. 3-0 technically. Bragging rights, meatballs, pat on the back. March 7 Canucks game. Edison, yeah, you don't have to ask for permission. Just show up. First intermission. Come say hi during that game. We'd love to meet you. Free cup of coffee. Do you think Besser will accept a hometown discount? I don't think so. I think he'll want to get paid for his final unless he really, really wants to be here. And no, and he can't walk during the trade deadline. He can walk as a free agent. I think that's what you mean. During trade deadline, that's up to the Canucks if they want to trade him. Yeah, Four Nations, and the players are saying that Four Nations is more exciting than the All-Star game. Yeah, I think for a short tourney, as a one-off, they knew that they have the highest quality with the Four Nations. You know, there's a lot. There's Zach Hyman. There is some say Connor Bedard, even though he hasn't had the best season. but those are a couple. Why trade Besser? Because if you walks away on July 1st, you lose him for nothing. I do not think Ovi breaks the record this season, but he's going to get very close. Yeah, for sure. 2 of the biggest hockey markets and quick flight, same time zone. I don't think McKenna is going to make the next year's team. How interesting. It'll be great for Canucks fans, but they are nowhere close to making the team, I think. Very good. Eriksson felt like he retired in 2016 when he got here. Yo, Edmund, I agree. They should probably keep him for a playoff run. Oh, Hugh, you're going to be at that game as well? That is awesome. Every game I'm at, you guys, and I usually tell you guys on the stream a day or two before, I will do a meetup during the first intermission. Sometimes it's really big. Sometimes it's really small. I loved it when we traded for Marcus Pettersson, and I said that the day we got him, and I'm thrilled that we signed him. You grew up in Richmond? Oh, that's cool. I went to Cochina, Hugh. Then I went to Burnett, then Richmond High. And then I lived at one in Granville, basically, near the Chevron there and the golf course. And then since 2004, I've been living at the corner of Steveston and Railway. Not actually outside on the corner, but my house is on the corner. Oh, yeah, Scheifele. Scheifele is oops, I showed his name. He got me. Scheifele is indeed one of the ones that was a bit of a miss as well. Suck for Ovi. Yeah, he'll come back next year just to break it. Oh, you saw Cochina? That's awesome, Fillmore. Hope you're enjoying your stay here. We'll see you then, Edison. Oh, you're a Steveston boy. That's cool. A 5 Nations tournament will be completely wreck the symmetry of everything. Canada, Sweden, USA, Finland, and a rest of Europe team. Yeah, but that rest of Europe team we kind of saw it with the World Cup. It's kind of weird, right? Team Europe and Team North America, which robbed us of. Like, it was great to see all the young players play together on that team, but it wasn't. It was kind of weird, right? Do you think the rest of the Canucks roster that didn't make the 4 will be practicing right now? No, they'll get a week to go away, whatever, a week and a half, and then near the end of the second week, they'll reconvene for a few days before they go to Vegas. If Ovechkin is 1 away from breaking the record and the opposing team is down late in the game, the coach cannot pull their goalie. Yeah, well, I don't think you want to be the team that allows him the game, the record-breaking goal, right? Because then you're going to be on every highlight forever. Yeah, whoops, I showed him again. I just got to be careful, but I don't want to hide him from the channel. Just Team North America was so exciting. They made the sit-ins. They made Team Sweden look very slow. I remember that. All-Star is fun, but 4 Nations sounds more fun. Yeah, Europe versus North America is now a video game. Does Ovi passing Gretzky and scoring automatically make him the GOAT, or do you think it doesn't change that conversation and impress a milestone? It makes him the greatest goal scorer ever, because that's objectively true, but it doesn't make him the greatest player of all time. It makes him the greatest goal scorer of all time. Yeah, and not an empty netter, right? Yes, I hear you, Irvin. I think Canada will make the gold medal game-winning goal for the gold medal game. Crosby again, like he did in 2010. Yeah, it wouldn't mean as much, admittedly, than the Olympics, but that would be cool, like 15 years later. Yes, Harry, Rick Talk is one of the assistant coaches for Canada. All right, guys, last 3 to 5 minutes as we wind down. I'm actually not a big journey connoisseur, Harry, so I just think it's they're fine. They're fine, but they don't jump off the page for me. Which Canuck is the closest to make 4 Nations roster? I think when they're healthy, I think it's Thatcher Demko. I really do, when they're healthy. And I think after that, a Besser at the start of the year, maybe outside shot. I'm just thinking maybe Marcus Pettersson, as good as he is, he still wouldn't be. If Czechs had a team, Hronek and Hito would be on it. I'll put it that way. John Cooper is indeed the head coach. You think if he had a chance to beat the record on empty netter, he wouldn't take it? No, Ryan, because there's no guarantee. You might get hurt the next shift. So I think he still takes it. Yes, it is John Cooper. Canucks minor league players, if they'd be in Vancouver for 5 years, they're minor league free agents. Are you asking or telling? I don't know. I don't know what the minimum is for minor leaguers. Hey, Ray, bro, nice to see you. Boy, if that's your picture, you're getting old, man. You're looking good. Nice to see you. Yes, BU and Tom Villander won the Beanpot. I saw that. I have a Team Canada jersey from the 2016 Olympics. I'll wear it for my show tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see, Shannon. Both Tocchet and the Canucks have an option. I hope Tocchet gets some insight on how to play a stout defensive system without eliminating offensive creativity. Yeah, I don't know how stout their defensive system is going to be, though. They're playing against such good teams, but we'll see. Haven't heard anything about Demko. Connor McDavid will score the golden goal, and Americans still won't know who he is. Very good. Ovi's record-breaking goal should be like that backhand sweep falling. That was a sweet goal. What would be the next nation with the next stack player that would potentially replace the team in the Four Nations? Well, I don't think you replace the team, Ryan, because you're not going to knock off Canada, US, Sweden, or Finland. But the next two, Russia, political differences aside, Czechoslovakia, and then I think after that you go Slovakia and Germany. Those are my top 8, just so you get Draisaitl in there. I want to fly whichever city Ovi is playing in when he's 1 goal away. All right, but if he doesn't score, you're going to be going to a few cities. Floridians don't even know who Kachucks are. Villander can sign this year if he wants. Yes, DeBrusque is simply not good enough to make Team Canada fangirl. Who's AI? Artificial intelligence? By trading Friedman to Nashville, does that mean the open spot will be for Villander? It could be. Yeah, that's what some people are saying, that right-hand spot. I think he'll, the Villander one's interesting because if the Canucks are chasing a playoff spot, I'm not sure if they're going to put him in, right? If they have to hold off Calgary or whatever. But if Villander's college season ends and the Canucks are safely in a playoff spot, I could see him getting in a game or two. Canucks fans are a little crazy when the team loses, blame the coach, when they can blame the team. Yeah, it's Alan Iverson. Oh, Murdoch. I don't know. Has he said anything about going? I don't know. We're talking about practice, not the game that we love. We talk about practice. That was for you, Adrian. Rate my Allen Iverson impression out of 10. Yeah, Al Murdoch, thank you. Oh, he is going to be the voice. That is good to know. Not Al McInnes. Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up here. So make sure you join me tomorrow night at 11 p.m. where I will release my Four Nations hockey pool. Should be a lot of fun. No cost to enter, but I will award some prizes because I'm feeling generous and I feel grateful to all of you. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, like the video, subscribe. Make sure you can leave a late donation as a thank you. But most importantly, I'm so grateful all of you spent the time and helped me rate these rosters. Thank you to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. And thank you to those of you who went above and beyond tonight. And that was Coach Rob, who gifted a membership, and legendary Lucas Gates with the back-to-back donations. Thanks to both of you for your generosity. And once again, tomorrow night, 11 p.m., right here. Any more Four Nations news I'll pass on. But more importantly, I will release details of my Four Nations hockey pool. Some of you guys are doing that already. Rate the bad joke out of 10 on your way out. And thanks for sticking with me once again. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. By the way, did you know that studies show that cows produce more milk when the farmer talks to them? Yes. Cows actually produce more milk when farmers talk to the cows. It's really a case of in one ear and out the other. In one ear and out the other. God bless, and go Canucks go. Mooyah.